Well, company culture. Company culture. I know it's sort of become a bit of a buzz phrase these days, but in a competitive market, your culture can make or break you. In fact, too often I see business leaders kind of with this mindset that they think that they're doing someone else a favor by allowing them to work. But in reality, our business does not succeed without the commitment, without the buy-in, without the engagement of all of our employees at every level in our organization. I'm fortunate enough. I've got the privilege of working with business owners from all over the country. And I continually hear problems they're having in their business, such as, their hiring practices aren't right, or their employees just aren't engaged or as engaged as they'd like them to be, and they have too much turnover. And so they're looking at these issues, and they're trying to put Band-Aids on these things. But too often the real problem lies in the culture that they've created and that they continue to maintain. Because when good employees have the option, they will go elsewhere. They will go to a better company culture. And the beautiful thing is, a great company culture it permeates a market. People know those companies. They gain a reputation for that. And so the solution to these challenges about hiring and employee engagement and turnover, the solution to those challenges is actually a shift in management style that adjusts to the ever-changing needs of a competitive market. Company culture is often like what we hear about our reputation, because it takes years to build, but just minutes to destroy it. And so we have to constantly stay focused on this culture. We have to be intentional with the culture that we are creating, and we have to be even more intentional with the culture that we want to maintain. We can't lose sight of it in our day-to-day work. It has to be a constant, intentional focus for us. And intentionality begins with analysis. I strongly recommend that you conduct a culture analysis from some sort of outside source, someone outside of your company, every year or two. This can be a friend. It can be a mentor that you have. Maybe you've got to use a paid consultant, which is fine as well. You also can even look at peers that you may have that are with other companies, sister companies of yours, or just companies that you work with through affinity groups or community groups. But be sure this is someone that you trust. Be sure that this is someone that has the backbone to tell you the truth. They need to have the authority to tell you the truth. They need to have the knowledge to understand what they're seeing, and they need to have the ability to be honest and transparent with you. Because without this, the entire exercise will fail. And this analysis of your culture could save you thousands. In fact, many times it could even save your entire business from failing. Because with a poor company culture, people leave. With a poor company culture, you lose money. With a poor company culture, you can't keep good people. You can't find good people. But most importantly, as you look to analyze your company culture, be prepared, be ready. Because if there's a problem with your company culture, I can almost guarantee you the change will need to start with you. The change starts with the leader of the organization. And when you hear this, it's tempting to get defensive. It's tempting to think, well, no, I didn't do this. It's because of this person. It's because of that person. It's because of this situation or that scenario. It's because of the market. It's because of employees. It's because of generations that we're working with. No. Don't be defensive about this. Instead, understand that you are taking a step in the right direction. You are moving forward. You are breaking down barriers and saying, I want to be intentional with this. And so I understand chances are the problem is me. It starts with me. It starts with the leader of the organization. So don't resist this change. Instead, see it for what it is. It's a positive change in the right direction. So be proactive, be intentional, be the leader that you set out to be. Create the culture, and even more importantly, stay focused on the culture that you want to maintain.